Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this Friday.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So we kicked off with your song Mamakaba Fana, the theme to Lockdown, the drama series, which you also are a part of, I mean, in terms of acting.
Yes, Mamakaba Fana. Oh, that song did the things. It made the parts.
You said you wrote it.
I wrote it 2
after
days.
the passing of your mom.
Yes, it was 2 days after I buried my mother. So I was in KZN Eskawini on Saturday. And then on Sunday I had to come back. On Monday I was in studio. That's when I created Mamakaba Fana.
What was that process like?
It was really horrible. I won't lie to you. I was going through a lot. And at some point I felt like, why am I still doing this when the most person that I loved in my entire life, God just decided to take her away from me. But then I realized later, because I remember a studio session was around 9 a.m. But then I was in bed by 9 a.m. because I didn't feel like going. I didn't feel like doing anything until around 1 p.m. That's when I decided, actually, let me just wake up and go to studio. I remember Mandla, and he called me, are you okay? Are you still coming? And I was like, yeah, I'm coming, but I was in bed. And the people that I worked with on the lockdown soundtrack, which is Uzola Nombona and other people, they were there at the studio. They were waiting for me, and they couldn't understand why they had to wait for me. I mean, they could have took any other famous vocalist, musician for the soundtrack.
Because they didn't know.
They didn't know. I was a student by that time. I was doing my musical theatre studies until when I got into that booth and they asked me if I could go to jail. What could be the reason? Looking at most of the women that go to jail, they go to jail because they were trying to protect themselves but ended up killing their partners. So that's what Mamakaba Fana is about. It's about a lady who's telling the husband's mother that I was only trying to protect myself. It was either me or him. And then I was only trying to protect myself. And then that was the beginning of amazing things. It was so crazy how people loved the song. I remember I was not even planning to be a recording artist by that time because I was planning to leave the country and go for the Lion King overseas. But the way people loved the song and the soundtracks and other songs that I did on lockdown, I found myself staying here in South Africa and working on my album.
How do you feel now when you listen to the song? Do you think of your mom first or the message?
All the time. I still feel my mother's presence in the song. Because there's a lot of things that we went through, my mother went through as a woman, especially right now, looking at what's happening around in South Africa with women being killed, with women being taken advantage of. It resonates more with almost everything that is happening right now. So I guess the song, it's one of those songs that will always be there because what is happening right now, it's been happening, and if things don't change, it's still gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a very theatre strong background to the song.
Yes.
Is that because you come from that background? You said you were gonna go and perform with the Lion King overseas.
I'm a musical theatre graduate, so I love theatre. It's not really my first love, but because music is my first love. But I'm a theatre performer. I was recently doing Sarafina with the Jobe Theatre. So yes, I'm very dramatic. I'm one of those people on stage. I'm definitely gonna sing. Hey, I will sing. I am not even gonna mime, and I will belt because that's how we are created as Africans. We are belting singers. We're known for that.
Yeah. So the transition then from theatre to screen, what was that like? Was it an easy one for you? Did you have to have major training from Mandla in?
It was not really that hard in a way. Because I was aware, when we go to school, we are taught that actually when you go on screen, you must a little bit shrink yourself. You cannot be all dramatic like you do on stage, because the screen, it's very small, so you must fit on that screen at that moment. So it was not really that much of a problem, even though one thing I like about Mandla N as a director, he will actually tell you what to do. He's one of the people that will literally tell you that, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it, and do it in that manner. So I guess that makes him one of the best directors, because even though he will make you so comfortable to do whatever that you want to do, but then still uzo direct.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best part about being in lockdown, what's the best part about your job there?
Ooh, definitely the music. Besides being an actress on lockdown, the music. Even when I was an actress on lockdown, I'm still singing. So, because that's what I love the most. I love music. And for now, I really want people to know me as Nelisiwe Sibiya, the musician, before the other things. Even though I believe I'm a triple threat. I can dance, I can act, I can sing. So, but then for now, because I don't like sometimes we find people doing a lot of things. You're not even sure what exactly is that person good at. Because there should be one thing that you're really good at. So at this moment, I'm really concentrating on my music, and definitely hearing my songs on lockdown, that's the highlight.
Yeah. Any collaborations you're looking at getting into in the music space?
Yes!
It's like you knew that question was coming, eh?
Oh, I'm so excited. Ubaba Umbongen Gamer was supposed to write a song for me for my album.
Nice.
My album is coming out definitely at the end of the month.
And here's the thing, let's work with our legends while they're alive. Eh?
Definitely. If Mamubu Simplong was still alive, she was one of the people I would have loved to work with. I would love to work with. Okay, for now on my album, I've worked with Jamela Vuma, Bongo Riot. I've worked with Moby Dixon. With Moby Dixon, actually, there's a song that's coming out on the 24th on Heritage Day called Hamba Juba. So Moby Dixon, Mandla N, and I've written a few of the songs. Yeah, I'm really excited. Oh my gosh.
And we've got Hamba Juba also on the lineup. We're going to play that.
Yes! I can't wait for the song to be out. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And being on the lineup for Standard Bank Joe of Jazz, it's...
Oh, you're there as well?
Yes! I'm performing on the 28th of September.
Oh, wow.
On the showcase stage.
That's
Standard
amazing.
Bank
We were
Joe
talking
Jazz.
to Sis Gloria Bosman. Was it last week? Yes.
Yes, it was last week.
And you must just see her face lights up when she talks of Joy of Jazz. And I'm seeing yours also being so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm literally the youngest addition in the Joy of Jazz family. So it's such an honor. And
I'm sure it's just the beginning for you.
Definitely just the beginning. There's still more to come. I really hope the universe will accept me like they did with Mama Gabafai.
Yeah. Besides Ubabu Ungema, who have been your mentors?
Definitely Babulindela Nimkiz. I remember the first biggest stage I performed also, it was Ignite. Lindela Nimkiz's Ignite in Joburg Theatre. We literally speak about everything, especially when it comes to music, because he was one of the people I would literally send my contract to. This is the contract that I got. If there's a song that I've written or the song that I've recorded, he's the first person who goes a Leongom, and then will tell me that I feel like you're losing yourself a little bit. Just try to put on some Maskandi guitar there and stuff, because he really understands me. If there's one person who understands me and my music and my craft, because I do Afro-Gandhi, it's a mix of Maskandi music and Afro-pop or Afro-soul, it's definitely Ubabulindela Nimkhize.
Do you think that your mentor needs to know you, or you can be mentored by somebody who doesn't really know who you are?
The mentors need to know you, because what's the reason, what's the use for them to mentor you if they don't know you? It's not going to be as genuine as it should be if they don't know the real you. For example, if he didn't know that I love Maskandi music or I love music on the he was not going to be able to mentor me.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to my
sound. And also to be able to pick up when your energy is down.
Yes.
It's important so they know what to do.
Because there's one person, if I'm doing a song that has nothing to do with the real me, he would definitely tell me, this is not you. You are trying to be someone else. This is definitely not you.
Yeah. How have you stayed true to yourself in this industry?
I try so hard
when people will tell you what you need to be like and look like and sound like.
Trust me, they do that a lot. I remember at some point I was asked, why did I choose to do as an old sound. That's how they call it.
Yeah.
An old sound since I'm very young. And I really believe music is a calling.
Absolutely.
I cannot do things just because I want to do them, but I do things because the universe or God or those who were there before me, they want me to do them. So I really try to go home every once or twice a month just to remember who I am. One thing I loved about my parents, especially my father, I grew up here in Joburg, but they used to make sure that I go to KZN twice a month for umhlanga, for umemule, all the activities that I've done in KZN, the traditional activities. That's where my love for Maskandi music started.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, to go back to
I-
your roots every now and again.
I have to. I'm one of the people that are really obsessed. Everyone knows I'm really obsessed. I'm always like this. I'm always having my beads on. I'm always having my big hair on because that's who I am. I'm not trying to be an American person. Ngumzulu. I'm a typical Zulu girl. I'm an African girl.
Yeah.
And it should stick like that. And it would be like that until forever Jesus comes.
Let's talk about what it means to be African to you.
Being African means being a diamond. I always say that, especially in music. We try so hard to divert or move from who we are as Africans. Bega, American people are trying to copy us. Look at this new movie, Black Panther. There's a lot of Africanness on the movie, and that's why the movie did so well. Besides the pictures and everything, it's because they created they took most of the African cultures and they took them together.
Yeah.
And I really believe everything started here. Even with the music, if you can listen to the music when Americans sing Father God, it's actually what we do here. When sing something like it's the same thing. They took it from us. So we are diamonds. We are everything.
Yeah.
Everything starts here in Africa. Even the black Americans, they are Africans. That's why they are black African Americans.
And even the Kardashians have been plaiting their hair.
Hello. It's so crazy. It's really crazy because they will laugh at you first and then they will copy you.
Yeah, ne? So let's stay true to our Africanness, and then we'll talk about your womanness as well. We'll come to that. Let's listen to your song Noma Temba now.
Shwati indaba zabantu umngani wakho loyo kuyo friend kuye loyo bahlala behlezi benomakhumalo beziqekethe indaba zabantu umngani wakho loyo kuyo friend kuye loyo akasakwazi nokuzibamba uyazithanda indaba zabantu kunoma your friend unomathemba romakaleni njalo uhlale sezindabe ungani wakho loyo kuyo friend unomahlalela akananto yokwenza uyazithanda indaba zabantu ungani wakho loyo kuyo friend unomahlalela akananto yokwenza uyazithanda indaba zabantu kunomakaleni unomathemba unomakaleni njalo uhlale sezindabe ungani wakho loyo kuyo friend unomathemba unomakaleni njalo uhlale
She's our Friday Music Wind Down Days. You can still call in on 0891 104 207. 41391 is the SMS number, and our WhatsApp number is 061 410 4107. But no matemba.
No matemba.
All of us as kind of the song.
No matemba is one of those girls. You know those people. Actually, it's so sad. It's really so sad that they always say that a woman's biggest enemy is another woman.
Yeah.
Those are the nomatembas. Those who always try to bring other women down. You are nomatemba babes, if you like that. So yeah, nomatemba ulohleza khuluma indaba zabantu angahlangani nokuhlangana kuzo just because ufuna ukwenza the other women feel bad. So which is something that really happens in our everyday life. I grew up in the location. I've seen that. I was one of the girls ngangihlezi ngisendlini ke mina because ekhaya kwakune shop. Bebangibiza imfene because ngangivela kuma butler guards.
Oh no, okay, in that way. Sorry, my mind went.
No, not in that way, not in that way. Because we've been cleaning Gumba Butler guys, and I was always in the shop. So you understand that if I was one of the weak young girls by that time, I would have done a lot of things just to prove them wrong.
Yeah, let's take news headlines. We'll continue our chat with Nelisiwe Sibiya. 11:30 over to you, Utsile Saku. Which shows there's a high increase in impersonation by fraudsters using real IDs and names. They'll speak to the that service there. All right, continuing our conversation now with Nelisiwe Sibiya, musician and actress. What are you wanting to do in this space now? What are you wanting to change in the acting and music space? I mean, I think you've already kind of pioneered. As you said, you're doing Afro Candy, which is not that popular. And you know, you're doing what most maybe your peers are saying is old music. So you are already making changes. But what do you want to actually change? What's your vision?
I really believe there's still a lot to be changed in the music industry. As we had our conversation that people still believe that there's work that can be done by men and not women, which is honestly not true. When it comes to Maskandi Mpaqanga as a whole and music, we must see things differently now. It's 21st century. What any man can do, I can still do it. In terms of my music, the sound that I'm creating, I want to create a new sound, and I want to inspire young people and other people that it's really okay to stay true to yourself. It's really okay to sing in your native language. It's really okay to still wear your beads. You don't have to wait for special occasion. This is who you are.
Yeah.
It's still really okay to stick to who you are. That's definitely one of the things that I would love to change, especially in our country, because I've noticed we've moved a little bit from who we are, and we're trying to be Americans or other people that we not, which is really a problem. And this thing goes a long way, because even inhlonipho iqala esintwini. Mina again ngikhuliswe ngesintu, and maybe that's why nginenhlonipho. And then when we see ama rights amanye amasha or other things ezenzakalayo, that's when we moved from being black and we try to be other people, which is really a problem, because it really goes a long way. It goes a long way. It's not just about still wearing your beads. It's about how you grew up, how bakufundise ekhaya ukukhula ngesintu.
Yeah, and it's encouraging to hear young black women speak like you do. And earlier we were talking about moral decay and the views that came through on that. I think you would have enjoyed that chat. Anyway, Usvuile from Port Elizabeth is calling us. Welcome, Usvuile.
Hello. Mama Gaba fan.
SAFM